Hi guys, I'm just getting this all set up in a second and I will be ready to go. Just bear with me while I get some of my
for a legitimate and taxable way
settings all going. Yeah, you can hear me. Awesome. Well, hello on this Saturday evening. How is everybody? I am going to just want to get all of my settings sorted up so I'm ready to go. Oh. So I am going to be doing some DIY coasters and I'm going to show you guys how easy that is to do. So let's change this camera over. So I have one on my sewing machine here and I have one over here of my fabric. Now this is a perfect gift that you can do. So I am going to coordinate my coasters with my existing placemats. So I have them pink and teal. And I'm going to do my coasters to match. And what I might do is put my sewing foot on and I might just sew these on because it's very simple to just sew sequins on with your sewing machine. So my piece of fabric here is 6 inches by 6 inches. You're going to need 2 of these 6 inches by 6 inches plus 1 piece of a batting. Now what I'm going to do first is attach my sequins on, but I'm going to have to be very careful because I want to add a binding all the way around here as well. So I just want to make sure that I don't go into my binding here. My binding is going to need about, it is about 1/4 inch for the binding once you pull it over. So I'm going to get my sequins out here and I have a whole array of them. And I think I'm just going to keep it in theme. So I want to get, so I like both of these. What I might do is I might alternate. I might do the flat pink, like the rose gold pink, and then these kind of pretty shiny ones. I'm going to take these over to my sewing machine. I have these silver ones as well, but I think I'm just going to stick with the pink. I should put silver. What do you think? Do you think I should do the silver as a contrast? Or keep it as a pink? Or maybe I might do the other coasters teal. Do them as pink. Oh, decisions. No, we'll keep it all as pink. I'm going to be predictable. I'm going to take this over to the sewing machine. It's funny, I'm arguing with myself in a live video, and I do have a cat in the room, so she may end up jumping on the table at some point, who knows. Okay, so in my top thread, I just have a regular white polyester thread. And in my bobbin, I have my regular white bobbin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower these feed dogs. I'm going to lower the feed dogs because I'm going to select the button. So if we're going to pretend that we're adding a button on, basically. So I'm going to select that. There you go. And then I'm going to get a piece of fabric that I've truly hidden away. And I'm going to randomly put these sequins on. So I'm going to find a spot for it. I'm going to press my presser foot down. Can I get a really good zoom on here? So I have my sequin in there. I'm going to lift that up. I'm going to get my handy dandy scissors. Now you can do this with some clear thread if you want, or some pink thread. Maybe I should change that top thread to a pink thread. Let's have a look here. The wonders of live. I can't edit this. So I have this like pink that kind of matches this pink. So I'm going to open this thread up. So now I've got white in the bobbin, and I have got pink in the top thread. That is my self-threading needle because it's awesome. There we go. Okay, let's get another sequin. Does anybody attach sequins with a sewing machine? Or did that too high? Oh well. Is it attached? It's pretty much attached. I did a little bit too high. It's that one there. I'm gonna go and grab coffee while I'm doing this, be my guest. Oh, it was so cold today in Alberta. I live in Canada in Alberta, and it's like the tundra out there right now. It's like I've forgotten how to winter. I'm gonna have to start singing Christmas songs because I don't know what to talk about. So if you'd like to know how to sew the placemats that I showed at the beginning, I have a link down below in my description, and that is an edited video. So that just runs you through how to make the placemats. This is more of a live format kind of like doing the lives. One of these days, you guys won't be so shy and write something in the comment for me. Like, hello. It's like, what's your name and where are you from? Have you done your Christmas sewing yet? Do you have any questions about anything else? I haven't put any placement lines or anything on here. I'm literally just, I'm winging it. This is actually no quicker than actually hand sewing. The sequins on, by the way, you can hand sew them on just as quick as what you can with the machine, I found. I have over 300 videos on my YouTube channel, so if you do like sewing tutorials, I'm sure there isn't one that I haven't done that you might want to know. I do quilting tutorials, I do sewing tutorials, and they're not all live like this, they are edited down. I need a drink of tea. 1 second. I think probably do another 2 rows of sequins. Maybe not. Push that down a little bit. Should have done a cat cam on my cat. She's literally below my feet right now, like in a box. I did get her a little pink bed, but she would rather lie in a box because she's a cat. One more. I don't know why I'm doing sound effects, sorry. Okay, let me switch over on the camera so you can see a bit better. Okay, so this is what we have so far. I mean, it doesn't really matter about trimming off these bits here, if I'm completely honest. Now, this is the back of our coaster. So that's the front and that's the back. What I'll do is just like trim the excess of this batten. It's popping off a little bit. And I'm not going to bother to free motion quilt it either, because it's really small and I don't think it really needs it. But can you see how these would make awesome Christmas gifts? You could make like 4 of these up and put a nice little ribbon around the middle, and you could personalise them. If you have an embroidery machine, you could embroider them, make them extra personal, or you could do some applique on them. Why is that still there? I need to chop. Now, if you've never done binding before, this is another great thing, because they're like little mini quilts when you think about it. And it's a great way of getting into quilting, doing something like this. Because you could do some free motion quilted and then you have to bind it. And it's not so daunting when it's like a little small piece. So I'm going to cut a little binding section off. And I always cut mine 2 1/4 inches. I find 2 1/2 a little bit too extreme. So I always do mine at 2 1/4, not 1 1/4, Cassie, 2 1/4, 1 2 1/4. I'm just going to get my rotary cutter and cut. I'm going to have to remember to fold this nicely and put them away, because I was tidying my room the other day and I don't want to make a mess. Now, the one thing I always make sure is I cut this selvage edge off, because it has little dots on it and I don't want them little dots showing up in my project. That's why it's been held in the loom. So I'm going to cut that off. Could you imagine these two both as Christmas gifts? So you have your placemat and the coasters. I think that would be really cute. And as you can see, I've gone with non-traditional colours. My iron needs to warm up. And then with your binding, you need to fold it up. So you're going to fold it over halfway like so. Then you're going to press. I have how to make binding, how to attach binding, how to finish binding, all on my YouTube channel. Over 300 videos now. So what you do here, remove all this stuff. On the portion that we've just folded over the raw edges are going to meet the raw edges of your project. This is exactly the same if you are quilting, and you're going to leave excess. You need this excess. I'm going to leave about this much. This much is about 5 inches. I'm going to leave. And I'm going to take it over to the sewing machine. I need to think, like it's going to go in. It's going to go in this way. I want to just make sure that I'm sewing it in the right direction. I'm going to be sewing it. I'll figure that out. But you leave about 5 inches excess. What I will do is I will change my foot. And I have this like 1/4 inch foot with guide. And it's great for achieving your 1/4 inches. I've now turned the heat on so much in this room, it's too hot. Here we go. Now I'm going to get my coaster. I'm going to move it out of place. And I'm going to sew it with the machine. Right, I'm going to do it this way. And I'm going to do it with the binding on the front side. So where the sequins are, I'm sewing the binding on that side. Okay, that was too funny. I haven't changed my setting over from the buttonhole, so don't do that. Okay. Now I've done it. Because of and also I need to bring my feed dog up. So my machine actually has a safety device on it, and it detected that Cassie was doing something silly, and I better just engage. Okay. Now you don't go all the way to the bottom. I'm going to lift this out because I need to show you guys what I'm actually doing, because you could be like, say what? Let me move this out of the way because it's too much of the same colour. So we didn't come all the way to the edge. Now I'm going to lift the binding up so it goes all the way up, like so. And then you flip it back down on itself. So it creates this fold here, and that's what gives it the nice turn when you flip it out. So let me do that again for you. So it's like this right now. It goes up and then it comes down on itself. And you always want to be making sure that you are sewing the raw edge. Let me just turn the notifications off. It's like every single notification came in at the same time. Start at the top, sew all the way down. If you find that your sewing machine isn't quite catching the fabric, it's because it hasn't got enough grip on that feed dog, and that's why. Oh, switch cameras. There you go. If you find that your fabric isn't catching the feed dogs, it's because it hasn't got quite enough in to the feed dogs itself, and that's why it wasn't feeding through. So I'm going to try that again. So I could have got away with that. You guys didn't even see it. Once again, I'm not going to go all the way down. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to switch the camera. So the binding is facing this way. The binding will go up and it will come back down on itself. And then we'll take it back over to the sewing machine and continue on with sewing. Let me know if you think this is a great Christmas gift. I think so. Also, if you're a new sewer, it's going to be so satisfying for you. Sorry, Sophie. Then again, the binding is going across. You fold it up and you push it back down. So the binding, the raw edge is always facing away. Now I'm coming to the end. And again, you want to leave that open bit open because we need to do the end of our binding. The open bit open, very technical. Now this is the part even I can still stumble on. I always basically leave myself like 1 inches. So I'll meet the two. So these are the two binding strips here. I'll meet the pair of them up like so, and then I will cut about 1 inch in addition to that. That still might be too much. And I'll show you a trick in a second. So basically, you once again have one going up like so, and this is very, very fiddly, and I may have to rip some of this out. And then another binding strip goes across now. Well, I'm gonna have to rip some of these stitches out. Hi, Sophie. So one goes across and then one goes up. And if you can't see what I'm doing right now, like Sophie's looking at you, Sophie. If you can't see what I'm doing right now, I do have a video on my YouTube channel that is edited. It's not live. And it'll show you how to finish off your binding. You have to kiss a black cat. Now what I'll do here is I make my stitch lengths longer. So if I do have to pick this out, it's not too much of a hassle for me. And I'm going to sew this all the way across. And then you would just sew across the coaster, like this open bit, shutting it down. So we're just going to do that. And then once that's complete, you can flip everything over. So what I like to do is fold everything over. You can have a load of like threads. And this is where I love to get my wonder clips. And then when you come to the corner, I just clip them corner sections. No Sophie's going to end up sitting on here. I'm telling you. Oh, Lord. Oh, that's so mean. Hey? I'm trying to show these people how to do a coaster and you're just like led on it and you don't care. Hey? Don't care. Can you look up? Show everybody your beautiful eyes. You're too funny, Soph. If you want to see an edited tutorial, please check out my channel after this. I generally don't have appearances from kittens, do I? So basically that is what it would end up looking like, and I would go on and hand sew all of that at the back. And I have a tutorial on how to hand sew binding to the back. So this is a really quick and simple Christmas sewing idea. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because I do have over 300 videos and it helps feed my cats. Hey? Everybody look up Sophie. Ask people to subscribe. Ask people to subscribe. Hi, Jill. How are you? Yeah, I've been, well, I think she likes the limelight. Hey? I'm thinking of getting my mum on to do another live, but she went, seriously? And I said yes. So I thought for Christmas, let's do a live with my mum. I think she said either Monday or Tuesday she's available. So you'll have to watch that to see if I can actually drag her on. So I used to do sewing podcast with me and my mum every single Sunday, but we stopped doing it. And I thought it'd be a great idea just to come back and do some Christmas ones or do something Christmassy. So yeah, watch out for that. So let's see if I can end this stream successfully. Thank you guys for holding on and watching. I hope you enjoy some of my Christmas sewing ideas. Like I said, I have over 300 videos on my YouTube, so check out some of them highly edited videos. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.